Netflix is making its own anime? Does that still count as anime if it's not made in Japan? Does that mean we could count Avatar: The Last Airbender as anime? Or does Knights of Sidonia count as anime because it's still based on a manga? Why does my brain hurt? Hello one and all, I am the Kotaku, and this is the Anime Rundown.
The Kotaku's here to save the day if you're confused by anime. He knows which shows are here to stay, and his reviews will light the way. The Kotaku's here to save the day with spoiler-free play-by-play, a guide through the world of anime. If advice is what you seek, the Kotaku's an otaku with a lot to critique.
Westgate 4 is ready. Prepare to launch.
Knights of Sidonia is sort of like the anime equivalent of Battlestar Galactica. What is left of the human race resides on a ship hurtling through space, desperately seeking out a new homeworld. There are some differences when it comes to the actual characters themselves, but in the broadest sense, their setups are the same. Sidonia, however, is a giant city. It's more like the colonies from Gundam than a battleship. What's left of humanity travels aboard this ship because the Ghana have destroyed the Earth. The Ghana are giant shape-shifting aliens. They are nearly indestructible. They have a core that, when destroyed, causes the entire Ghana to disintegrate. However, that core is close to impossible to penetrate and is protected by layers of what they call Enna. Luckily, the humans discover a material that can cut the cores and attach it to spears. Pilots from Sidonia control guards that can remove the Enna and then pierce the core with a spear. The story begins when a teenage boy, Nagate Tanakaze, who has been living in the underground, is injured and taken in above ground. Everyone is shocked to find he can't photosynthesize. Thanks to genetic engineering, all humans can now photosynthesize and don't have to eat as frequently. This immediately puts Nagate on the outside of society. However, the mysterious Captain Kobayashi sees something in Nagate and wants him to work hard to become a guard pilot. And thus, our hero starts on his quest to become the best. However, things are not entirely as they appear aboard Sidonia.
As the captain, I will oversee this matter personally. We have more important things to focus on. Ghana.
Nagate! Watch it, you're floating! Stick to the floor.
Nagate Tanakaze is your general hero fare. He's unassuming and kinda clueless, but he's also friendly and naive, in good ways. Having spent his life until now underground, with no human contact since his grandfather passed away, he isn't always so adept at reading people. However, due to his immense skill as a pilot, he's entrusted with the legendary Type 17 guard, the Sugimori. Izana Shinatose is an interesting character. I use the gender pronoun she for simplicity, but in fact, she is a third gender. Humans have developed a third gender that morphs once they fall in love. She's a guard pilot as well, and is somewhat attached to Nagate. The third part to this show's love triangle is Shinzuka Hoshijiro. She's the second-ranked guard pilot and friend to Nagate as well. He is smitten with her. She becomes a pivotal plot point in the show. No spoilers, just be ready for the feels. I can't go over every character, or we'd be here all day, so I struggled with who I would talk about last. There is Yuhata, who is another girl interested in Nagate. She comes to play a critical role in Sidonia and is one of my favorite characters. But there's also Norio Kanato, who serves as Nagate's rival and is immensely jealous that Nagate is piloting the Sugimori. But the one I really need to talk about is Lala Hiyama, the talking bear. You heard me right. Talking bear. With a robotic claw hand for good measure.
Hello, I'm Lala Hiyama, the dorm mother. Oh, this? I hurt myself when I was very young, but don't worry. It's never once interfered with my work. Never mind that. Your clothes really stink.
What the actual hell? Granted, she's actually a great character. She has a super interesting backstory, so I love her. But why is she a bear? Why is she the only talking bear? Why does she have a robo-hand? I don't understand, show. I don't get it. I suppose a show this serious needs some levity, but this does seem oddly out of place. I'm not against it, just... what?
But don't worry.
I really super dislike the art style. I won't go as far to say I hate it, but it isn't pleasing in my eye. Some people may like it, and that's your prerogative. But personally, I hate cel-shaded looking stuff. When I want iconic anime style, I'm thinking 2D hand-drawn. This just looks shiny, unreal. I will give them credit though. After watching the whole first season, I feel like their art style matches their world. The sci-fi plane is the only place I'd be okay with this animation style. But it's still a negative to me. Music and sound are great. The music punctuates the series' tone perfectly and is used subtly enough that it doesn't overwhelm the moment it's trying to accent. Can't say much else. I love it and wouldn't change anything with the sound. The more I think about this series, the more I found it just okay. It was only the first season, and I've heard season 2 is epic. That came out on Netflix on July 3rd in the United States, by the way. I watched the trailer and I'm excited. However, this is the first season of a show that introduced a lot of cool ideas, and I'm willing to watch more to see where they take it. I think 7.5 floating in zero-gravity bodies out of 10 is an appropriate rating for this show. They're doing some cool sci-fi things that I just hope aren't hampered by some weaker character developments. Looking at you, Kanado.
Who needs a world like this anyway?
If you like this review, subscribe to our channel. If you liked or disagreed with something I said, comment and let us know. Man, am I hungry. If only I could photosynthesize. Nah, I still want a bacon cheeseburger.